must heed my words before I'm gone, my son. Now, you will be king. But the throne must pass to a male heir. Hakim, it appears you have a son. He must be found.
Prepare the royal jet. We are going back to America.
Oh, hell no, Your Majesty.
Come on! I'm back! Say it again! Feel right in this mother... Feel good in this mother... My whole hood in this mother... Come on!
I'm the king of this shop.
That's funny in hell!
Well. Say it again.
It is so good to see you.
Well, I be damn. Look who done come up in here.
Hey, it's Kunta Kinte and Ebola.
Famine and blood diamonds.
Nelson Mandela and Winnie.
Those hungry babies with the flies on the face.
Hey, oh, that's too much. Now, you stepped over the line. Now, we won't be talking that kind of shit about the hungry babies. You're going to have to get out of my chair.
Politically incorrect.
So what you doing back here, Hotel Rwanda?
I'm back! Say it again!
Hi, my name is Gil Robertson, president of the African American Film Critics Association. Today we have a wonderful, wonderful surprise for you. We are talking to two legends, Eddie Murphy and Arsenio Hall, who are the stars of the upcoming Amazon Prime film, Coming to America 2. Guys, we're going to start off by introducing you to the AAFCA members who are taking part in this roundtable today, starting with Carolyn Hines in Toronto, Mercedes Springer in Atlanta, Ray Cornelius in Atlanta, Katia Woods in Philadelphia, Rebecca Ford in Chicago, Ariana Gomez Weston in Los Angeles, Sharonda Williams in Atlanta, and Nancy Green in Los Angeles, and Rhonda Rasha Penrice in Atlanta. You guys do what you do so well, and I will see you on the other side.
I only see four people. I don't see all those people.
They're here. I don't know.
Can y'all see them? Everybody, like he said?
Yeah, and I think Rhonda's phone is on. No, whose phone is that?
That was actually mine. I just heard.
I'm like over here minding my own business. I'm on mute.
In gallery view. Do you have gallery view? You can see everybody.
What do you have, Eddie?
Now I have more people, but not everybody. Not all those.
Is Arnold there with you?
Who?
Is Arnold there with you to help?
No, I'm all by myself here.
Oh. Do you have?
I love your background, Sharonda. Sharonda, your background is fly.
Thank you.
You guys do your thing. I'll see you guys on the other side.
Thank you, Gil.
Hi, everyone. Mercedes here with She Critiques in Atlanta. So I think I can speak for everyone when I say we were nervous to hear that there was actually going to be a sequel to Coming to America because we hold it in such high esteem, the Black community. Eddie, what made you confident that this film would hold up to the legacy of the original?
Why would you be nervous? You say, I think I speak for everyone, that everyone was nervous. Why were y'all nervous?
People sometimes don't always give us what the original gave us.
Oh yeah, but y'all should have known that this is a sequel that there's never been a sequel like. There's never been a sequel to a movie 32 years later. This is like, but I could see, what's interesting about Coming to America? Coming to America kind of became like it's kind of like a cult movie. Like the people that like it really, really like it. And they've watched it for years and years and they watch it on TV. It's one of those movies when you flipping through the channels on the TV, if you see it's on, you kind of stop and look at it for a minute. It's one of those movies. And it worked its way into the culture where you have like, on Halloween, people get dressed up as characters. I've seen like people in Halloween costumes and Zamunda themed parties, and on Christmas they show it 24 hours straight on VH1. So it kind of worked its way into the culture. So that's kind of how the movie kind of got started. It was like we didn't even think about doing a sequel to this picture. We were like, we had kind of left it behind. And then because it's kind of stayed in the air for so long, and because it had this kind of cult following, it was like, you know, the people that really, really, really like Coming to America, I think they would kind of like to see another Coming to America. And that was about 6 years ago when that idea came together. Did I answer your question? I know it's kind of all over the place.
That was perfect. Thank you so much, Mr. Murphy.
I have a tendency to ramble, especially as I've gotten older.
Thank you.
Ray Cornelius here with Upfront Inside Atlanta's entertainment industry. Guys, this movie is hilarious, and I totally loved seeing all of the iconic characters coming back from the guys from the Mighty Shop, as well as Reverend Brown, who's my favorite character, Arsenio. What was it like revisiting those iconic characters? Because I just started laughing just looking at you.
You know, part of the magic is brought by Ruth E. Carter. Once she does what she does, all you got to do is look in the mirror, and the makeup guys are geniuses. It comes back immediately. I hate to use cliches, but it's like riding a bike. Once Ruth does your body and those brothers do your face, you're in. You're immediately in. It hits a button.
Yeah, you have all that stuff on. It's like, well, shit, I got to do something now. I got all this shit on for 6 hours. I can't just walk out there and be bullshitting.
Thank you.
Hi guys, Katya Woods, Cup of Soul Show out of Philadelphia. My question is, you are now the mature young men. What does it feel like to have the younger guys? You know, they've probably done this movie for free just to be in a frame with you guys. What does it feel like to have people that basically are saying, I am doing this because I saw you do it, therefore I believed?
Well, it's a good feeling to inspire the generation that comes behind you. And I've always tried to connect the stuff with movies that I've always tried to connect with the behind me and in front of me when I do movies. And I'll get like comedians or people that I've admired or people I want to work with. And I love having the fresh new ones around. And I love being on the set and seeing, you know, John Amos, you know, when I was a kid, you know, John Amos, and to this day, John Amos is the only time I've seen the Black father on television. It was like, that guy reminds me of my father. It was the only time I've ever seen it. All the other shows is like, that's some sitcom shit. John Amos on Good Times is the only time I've seen the Black father. So be on a set with somebody like him, to be in a movie with James Earl Jones, or to work with Richard Pryor and Red Fox. I always tried to get the people from that was behind me and the new people on the come up. I always want to connect myself to that chain. I've always tried to do it. So I love it when, you know, I'm around young comics, you know, young actors that's, oh yeah, I was inspired by what you did. And to be around that energy, I love being around it.
And by the way, you know what's really cool? I think Eddie brought this up yesterday. James Earl Jones and Morgan Freeman have never been in a movie together, and that surprised me. That's incredible to be there with them.
Yep, and now they're in this movie.
Thank you, guys.
Two of the greatest, you know, two of our greatest, and they ain't never on screen until now.
And one thing to Ray, there's a scene where the preacher was so lecherous, Amazon made us take it out. He's a horrible man. I'll put it like this. He was doing crazy stuff in the baptismal pool when Eddie and Tracy and everybody walked in. This horrible man.
Hi. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
We can.
Hi. Okay, great. Thank you, Mr. Murphy and Mr. Hall. I love this movie. I thought it was fantastic, and it was really exciting to see this after so many years. I grew up in the 80s, so with movies like this, it was really fantastic. And I just wanted to know, for you, how was it to be in the industry for as long as you have been, and then to come back around to this after all of this time, seeing the changes in the industry, and then being able to do this movie now with the changes in technology?
It kind of happened. It wasn't like it happened in one moment. Because this movie took from the time it was the idea till the time we had a script, it took maybe 6 years. We worked on the script for 4 years, and before that, we hadn't even thought about doing a coming. We never even thought we were going to be doing a sequel to this movie. But then the movie stayed around, and then what made the idea click was something new technology. When I saw one of those Terminator movies, and one of the new ones, and it was a scene where they made Arnold Schwarzenegger look young. And he came out and looked young and was like, yo, that shit looks real. And it was like, yo, I have this technology, we could do that now. And that's where I got the idea. If we do another scene in the club when we were going out to get all those girls, and we make ourselves young, and I meet a girl and I got the girl, that's the piece of the puzzle that made the whole thing click together. So how I felt about it, it wasn't like there was one moment where it was like, over years, I kept feeling better and better and better about it. Can I answer your question?
Hey, Nancy.
Yes.
Like, kind of. I mean, I'll take it, but that wasn't really no answer.
No. Great.
Hey,
Thank
Nancy,
you.
there was one flashback moment we didn't show you. Eddie and I had an argument because I wanted Leslie Jones that night.
Nice. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Wonderful.
Yeah, Nancy.
Hi, Eddie and Arsenio. Thank you so much for speaking with us today. My question is for Eddie, and it has to do with working with Craig Brewer. So the last film that we know you worked with him on was Dolomite Is My Name. And to come from a film that is basically a biopic and it's comedic, but then to Coming to America too, where it is this fictional world, but it's almost this world that we all see almost as real because it's become such a big part of our culture. What was it like working with him on Coming to America too, when the difference between both films is so vast?
Well, I got the idea after Dolomite for him to direct Coming to America, and because he had done such an amazing job on Dolomite, and I spent so much time around him, and I realized, and I've seen his other movies, I was like, he's a super talented filmmaker, and I knew he could do Coming to America. I knew he could do it, and I think the fact that he's able to pull that off, because the movies are so different, and it's different budgets and different characters and the different stories. You wouldn't even think that the same person could direct both those movies, let alone to do it back to back. I think it's a testament to how Craig is a really special director. And I haven't had a lot of special directors throughout the course of my career. I've worked with, if I've done 40, 45 movies, maybe 5, 6 times I had like really, really strong directors. Usually, you don't get access to, when you do comedies, you don't get the best directors to work with you. And the best directors rarely do comedies. So to get a director like this, he's not a comedy director, but he can direct comedy, and he could do anything. Craig is I'm really, really happy with Craig.
Hello, Mr. Murphy and Mr. Hall. So my question is, can you talk about the process of how you decided to flesh out the world of Zamunda a bit? Because the first one you spend more time in Queens, and the second time you're spending more time in Zamunda, which in the first is more like shown in little pieces, but like it's more fleshed out almost world. How did that work out? Like, especially
we didn't want to do the same story over. We wanted to, we're continuing this story. It's like, what happens now? We didn't want to go back to Queens again. The audience saw us do that. So it's like, hey, what if you flip it over and they come back here, you still have the fish out of water. You just bring a bunch of people from Queens in, now show how the people from Queens would react in Zamunda. And it just worked. It just worked. And then once you find the right piece, it's like when you start off writing a movie, it's like you get all the ingredients together, but you don't really have the recipe yet. And as you're trying stuff, and then the end result is the recipe, but it doesn't start off like that.
Hey, Eddie, tell them who was your son in the first draft.
Up into the third draft, Tracy Morgan was playing my son. We wrote 3 different versions. It was like, and Tracy's gonna be the son, and then round around, like the fourth draft, it was like, shit, Tracy look older than me. So how are we gonna do this? And then we started thinking about, hey, how are we gonna do? Tracy looks older. He looks my age at least. It didn't look like Leslie would have a son, Tracy. And then we go, oh, then we let Tracy could be the uncle. And that happens, you know, like I said, you have all the ingredients in it, you try it out and it worked out. Also,
there was a moment when we thought about having Morgan Freeman play Eddie's son. But that got old.
Yeah. Every time you say that, it makes you laugh. That's in part 3. We do the third version that we're going to do when I'm 75, 16 years from now. We'll do a part 3, and Morgan will play my son. God willing.
Hi, my name is Rebecca Ford, and I'm with the Chicago Daily Levelton and with WCPT in Chicago. And my question kind of touches on the question that you just answered, but it's a little different. It's about the script. You said that you worked 4 years on the script, and I saw that it's written by Blaustein and Sheffield, who, you know, you've known for a long time. But I was thinking, wow, you know, they're in their 60s and 70s. What happened in those 4 years that you guys talked about, and what kind of changes did you make to make this the kind of girl dad movie that it is, that's relevant to like younger people and Black people today?
Yeah, Blaustein and Sheffield, the original writers who wrote the original Coming to America and Nutty Professor and a bunch of my SNL stuff. When I got the idea, I took my idea to them first so we could work out the structure of the movie and the narrative thread and the theme, and I'll get all of that stuff. And because like you said, they're in their 60s. So it was like, okay, and I'm 59. So it was like, okay, now we gotta go and have somebody that could do a modern take on this stuff. And that's enter Kenya Barris. So after 3 years, we bring Kenya in, and Kenya took out theme and structure and made it modern. And the end result is, you know, the movie.
The end result is Zamunda-ish.
Zamunda-ish, yeah. Coming to America-ish. That's what we said.
And Next Door, yeah.
Next Door.
All right. Well,
Barry and Blaustein and them came up with that. Doria.
Thank you. Thanks very much.
Hi, I'm Sharonda Williams from Pair Weight. This question is for the both of you. Coming to America, the original one left such an imprint in Black culture. You know, it was one of the first films that, you know, showed us that we can be funny, we are royalty, we are beautiful, we are successful. And I really want to know, because we're ushering into a new generation and a new group of, you know, young Black people, but people all over the world are going to be able to see the sequel. What legacy do you want Coming to America to leave on the new generation?
That is Coming to America's legacy. And Coming to America is not one of the first movies that showed. Coming to America is the first movie in the history of people making movies that had an all-Black cast that's successful all around the world. And to this date, there's only been another movie with an all-Black, Black Panther is the second movie with an all-Black cast that all around the world is successful. That just doesn't happen. The movies that we do about when we tell our stories around the world, they don't give a shit about our social injustice or some shit that we went through. Those are like African-American stories. Around the world, they don't give a shit. And our movies don't travel around the world. But very, very rarely would movies with Black people work all around the world. Coming to America is all around the world. And this movie, all around the world, it's anticipated. People want to see it. And the reason is because this movie is it's us just being people. It's no civil injustice and social unrest. We're not telling you this story like you'll have to be sitting in a movie theater and be reliving some trauma that we went through and some horror shit, or, or have the actor look into the camera and scream, "Wake up!" It's no shit like that. It Coming to America is these beautiful Black images, kings and queens and princesses and all that. And the movie is about love and tradition and family and doing the right thing. And it's funny. So it's just accessible to everybody. And that's the legacy of the movie, that there are not a lot of movies like this. Not a lot of movies like this.
Thank you, Arsenio.
I got Gorilla Glue in my mustache this morning, so I'm a little off put. I had to shave it off. Anyway, I think his answer is perfect.
I knew you was about to do that. Thank you both so much. I appreciate it.
Yep.
Well, since we're talking about excellence, talk about filming at Tyler Perry Studios. I actually did go to the set, and it was quite remarkable, something to see.
Yeah, it was amazing to be there and to feel it. That everybody was like that. Even the extras, everybody. There was a feeling when this pride. We were making a good movie, and we were making this brother's studio, and it was just this pride you just had, just standing around. If you were just standing by, the donut table, you standing there like, yeah, I'm by the donut table up in here. It was just.
Yo, remember the day you saw John Amos walk onto the set coming off the lot?
Yeah, we were doing a scene like a funeral procession where everybody's walking in and everybody looks amazing. And we're in Tyler Perry's studio, and it's this big dramatic shot where we're walking down, and John Amos is supposed to be looking straight ahead and just walking, but he was like walking around and looking like he was like in Wonderland. Like we had to do another take. It was like, because imagine that what he was feeling, like, yo, look where I'm at, look what I'm doing. And this is a long, far way away from roots and good times,
And there's a moment you arrive at work, you come through these gates, this lot is nothing like Paramount or Disney. It makes Paramount and Disney look like
nicest lot ever. Nicest, classiest, everything. I've been making movies for 40 years. I never, ever had an experience like you have at Tyler's lot. It's just.
And when you arrive on the lot, you make this right-hand turn. Because Eddie's my friend, I thought this was cool. There's a Murphy Lane, the first road, and then you see Cicely Tyson's name on a building. It's just the most wonderful feeling when you're there. And they got white security guards. It's wonderful.
And I'm gonna talk to Tyler and see if they put in a Arsenio way.
Eddie, Arsenio, thank you so much for joining us today for AAFCA Roundtables. On behalf of the world's largest group of Black film critics, have a great day.
Thank you.
And we're all looking forward to this coming to America on Amazon Prime. Thank you.
Thank you.